What's up, everyone? It's been a while since I've done a video, but I feel like this is a good video to do because it's a first timer for me. So I'm about to start a sissy bar for a chopper for a guy, and as you can see, we got a chain again. So if you've seen my earlier videos, you saw me build that mini bike out of a chain. The gentleman saw that, and he wants a sissy bar that is half of some stainless steel and half chain. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I got everything kind of rough drawn out here in my notebook. I'm starting to do a jig right now to do the bends and everything, but I'm looking forward to it because motorcycles is what I love. Especially I love like the old school chopper scene, and I want to get into doing motorcycle parts and things like that, like sissy bars, foot pegs, maybe even handlebars down the road someday. So I feel like this is a good first project for me to get into doing motorcycle parts and accessories. So follow along. I'm going to try to not make this video super long, but I'll jump in, let you know what's going on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we are going to get to this right now, just so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. I have this plate down that I'm going to be welding these slugs to make these bends for the sissy bar. As you can see, I got my center line. You always want a good center line, and I have the outer edges. That's how far I need to be in between for the axle and the rear wheel. So just so you have an idea what I'm doing, I'm mapping out where I want to weld the slugs to make these bends for the sissy bar. Guys up on everything, so you can see I have the slugs welded in place for all the bends. So now I'm going to get to planning on where I need to cut everything and how I'm going to want to do, because he's going to want, the way we were discussing it is the steel bar here, chain, and then on this half steel bar coming down, chain this half. So it'll be a little difficult to figure out the bends with the chain here, but we got it. So it's the next day, and after talking to the customer, I sent him a few pictures at the end of the day. We decided that he wanted to go with a more arched look at the top and not the squared off look, and make it a little bit taller. So I had to backtrack this morning, push out a little bit, and also do the arch at the top for him. So I'm about to, as you can see here, kind of reversed. So it's a little bit longer now. It's got an arch at the top, like I said. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys have a better view, and I can kind of point out what I'm about to do for you guys. All right, so as you can see, like I was saying, it's longer with the arch at the top. So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drill the mounting holes for it down here, as well as mark on these pieces, because what I'm going to end up doing is cutting out like half of a circle so the chain will fit in like that. And it'll be flush, so to sit in flush like that, and I'll be able to weld it all in there instead of trying to do it overlapping it like that or anything weird like that. It'll just have a cleaner finished look to it that way than trying to weld everything onto the side. So I'm going to do that, weld these holes, mark where I need to cut out the circles on the top and everything, tack them all up, and then we're going to see how it looks at that point. Okay, so I have the chain and the bar all tacked up together with each other. So this is pretty much the final form of everything. What I'm going to tackle now is I'm going to make the brace, which is also going to be the tail light mount here. And then I'm going to have to work on the fender mount brace as well. That's going to be the tough part of this all. But for now, like I said, I'm going to get the tail light bar up on there. It's already in the drill press to drill for the screw for it to go through, for the tail light to mount onto it. But I'm going to get that drilled out, and then I'm going to get it tacked up on there, see how it all looks. These are all tacked right now. You can see it's just tacked on the ends here, just to get a final form. Once everything is in place, I'll go through and I'll weld everything solid. All right, everyone, I'm back. I just want to give an update on where the sissy bar is at. I'm pretty much on the home stretch. I'm pretty much done here. It's all welded up. All I have left to do is do the license plate bracket that I had made up the other day. I got to weld that on here, as well as you can see I have a template here for the fender. So what I'm going to do, that's just a piece of cardboard. What I'm going to do with that, I have it transferred onto this. I'm going to have to do little bends on the end there. And then I'm going to have to also do 1-inch radius bends on the sides. This is going to be sort of flat at the top, so it's not going to be a full curve. Once I get that in, I'll tack it in place. I'll send a picture of it to the customer just to make sure that's how he wants it. If he gives me the okay, I'm going to go ahead and weld it all up. Once that's done, then I'll go ahead and I will weld this onto the bar. I'm going to have to grind these links a little flat right there because it's a little bit at an angle like that. The links are a little bit higher than the flat stock, so I don't want to make it look all crooked and everything. I want it to look nice for them, so we're going to grind that a little flat, and then so that way it'll sit flush on there. Once that's all done, I'm going to go through, I'm going to sand everything as good as I can, and then after that, he wants a polish finish, so I got a polisher over there under that trash bag, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start polishing this thing up. This will be my first time polishing stainless steel, and I've heard it's a pain, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to do the best polish job I can. Most of the time whenever I polish metal, I've always done it by hand, so this will be my first time with an actual machine for it. So I'm hoping it comes out really good. Obviously I'd love to get it to like a mirror finish for them, but who knows, only time will tell. So I'm going to get to it here. I'm going to get to working on the bracket first, obviously, and we'll see where that goes. So today I got the fender mount done up. It's all welded in there, so that's good. And now I'm about to tack up I'm way close to the camera here. I'm about to tack up the license plate bracket. Before I did all that, I kind of had to start the polish process here, as well as the chain, because I know it's going to be hard to get in there with the license plate bracket on there. So I just kind of wanted to get a little bit done as I can, as well as on the other side of the bracket, that side's already polished. I am going to polish it more because I want to try to get that mirror effect with the bracket. I want to try to get the mirror effect with all of it. The stainless steel is pretty hard to polish. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to weld up the license plate bracket, and that'll be pretty much where I'll end the day today. And then after that, I mean, it's pretty much done up. All I have left to do is to just start sanding and prepping everything to polish. I am going to paint the fender bracket just because that's just regular old steel and it's going up under a fender. No one's going to see it. And it'll just be kind of a pain to try to polish it in that position right there. So what I'll do is I'll just tape off that or tape off everything around it, and then I'll go ahead and paint that to protect it from rusting. So let's get this welded on and let's call it a day. Cardboard on fire. Don't need that. Alright, what's up? I'm back out here this morning. The sissy bar is done for the most part. All I gotta do now is just start prepping it to polish. So I've already kind of started sanding everything. But basically that's all I got to do today is just start sanding away, getting it ready, getting it down as smooth as I can before I go out on the polish wheel and start polishing everything up. I'm really focusing on the stainless steel parts today, right now, just because they are the hardest things to polish. So the chain will be pretty easy. I'll hit that really good with a wire wheel, clean it all up as best as I can, and then yeah, once I'm satisfied with it, then we'll go on out and we will start polishing it up and try to get it as close to a mirror finish as we can. We'll see how good that goes. Like I said, I've never polished stainless steel, so this is the first time for me. I'm sure I'm probably doing some things wrong. I'm working with what I have, but I have polished normal mild steel before, so I'm pretty much going to use that same technique that I used for that, and we'll see where it goes. If you're a polisher and you know how to do stainless steel better and everything like that, please comment and let me know for future projects of mine that I might have to do. So I'm gonna get to sanding. I'm not gonna bore you all too much with me sanding, so just be a couple clips here and there, and then we'll get to the polishing in the video.